nice to hear. Arthur, that's a strange getup.
Are you well?
I've been better.
Sorry to hear that.
Hi there, Arthur. Always good to see you.
Hi, Arthur.
Everything okay?
Yeah, I'm fine. Why?
No reason. Just making sure.
If you say so.
How you doing, old friend?
Fine.
It's funny, us ending up down here. My daddy died in a field in Pennsylvania, fighting this lot. I ever tell you that?
Many times.
I see I'm boring you, Arthur.
Worrying me. We lost men back there.
We have lofty goals, Arthur. We're trying to reform society to a kinder, truer, better way. Now, of course, there's gonna be casualties.
We're thieves. In a world that don't want us no more.
We are dreamers in an ever duller world of facts. Now, I'll give you that. But come on. Looks to be a nice day ahead. Hosea knows a good fishing spot. Do we leave now? Well, we'll catch the early biters. Come on. Will you put the gun down?
Sadie?
Why are you wearing those ridiculous clothes?
Come, bustle. Young.
Hello.
Hey, Arthur.
Hi, Tilly.
Here.
Karen.
Got a hold of a harmonica for you.
Nice fire.
I look forward to hearing you play it.
The only audience I ever had was my husband, and I'm gonna keep it that way.
Oh, fair enough.
But thank you, Arthur. This is real kind of you.
Engines on us that much quicker. But the only problem was, no fire brought the wolves on us. Yes, sir. So there we were at night, either cold and frightened of the wolves or warm and frightened of the Indians. And I could never figure out what frightened me more. All right.
Best stretch my legs.
I know what you boys are thinking, but I don't frighten that easy. You know what? Why don't you try yourselves a couple night out on that prairie, surrounded by savages trying to eat you alive, and we'll see who the real man is. That's all I'm saying. You can't blame a man for his honesty. Damn engines. The horse.
You all right, Bill?
Can't believe we're running away from Cornwall. What's happened to us?
It was time to move. Gentlemen,
Trying out a new look there, Arthur?
that ambition will see you far.
Thanks, Arthur.
Just keep a calm head on your shoulders.
Okay, Arthur.
See? We can be nice to each other.
I guess.
Good. Well, let me know.
Yep.
Hi, Lenny.
Gentlemen,
Mr. Matthews?
might as well rest while you can.
So, what do you think of this place?
Seems fine for now. I know this area a little.
Is there anywhere you ain't been, Jose? Anyway, I won't disturb you.
See you later.
Maverick by the head, feed him on the fly. He used to ride most anything, and now he sells well. Says they cut some paper, which he got his fill, which he got his fill. He's done and quit the business, settled down to quiet life, hunting for some maiden who'll be his little wife, be his little wife. But to wash and patch his bridges and feed the setting hen, milk old blue and brandy, and tend the baby Ben, tend the baby Ben.
Yep.
What? No standing
Ladies?
ovation?
Hi there.
Hi, Arthur.
Working hard there?
I guess.
Well, I won't disturb you.
All right, then.
My father had welts all down his back. He was raised a slave. He taught all the kids how to read. A good old-fashioned house nigger, they call him. But he was beaten just the same. Now, it wasn't the master of the house, who my father loved, in a way, but his brother, whom my father hated with an almighty passion. He beat the slaves almost nightly. Whip them, rape them. One night, my father was getting a whooping for the crime of being born by this horrible bastard when his sister-in-law, the master's wife, walks in. Now, fearing for my father's life, she told her brother-in-law to stop. Well, not only did he not stop, he beat her too. Next day, his brother, the master, shot him dead. The whole plantation cheered. The master gave my father his dead brother's watch and told him as he did so, time will catch up with us all. A year later, he set them free and hanged himself the very next night. My father gave me that watch. Beautiful, big pocket watch it was. And now, I've gone and lost it fleeing Blackwater. When I get some spare money, I'ma buy myself another one to honor both my father and them folks that saved his life.
Frisky over some Poles and whiskey. Like Waves of the bay of the Biscay, I began to tumble and roar.
Hey, Arthur.
All right. You got a good head on your shoulders.
I do?
And that's half the battle in this line of work.
All right, Arthur.
And I knocked off some. Wish to God I'd have passed her by.
What are you doing? You're a waste of space.
Big words from a feller dressed like a prize fool.
You gonna get out there and make some money?
You think you're real funny, don't you?
Why didn't I just leave you in that jail cell?
You want to keep pushing me, do you? Keep this up, you'll see.
Uncle.
How you doing, old friend?
Fine.
It's funny, us ending up down here. My daddy died in the field in Pennsylvania, fighting this lot. I ever tell you that?
Many times.
I see I'm boring you, Arthur.
Worrying me. We lost men back there.
We have lofty goals, Arthur. We're trying to reform society to a kinder, truer, better way. Now, of course, there's gonna be casualties.
We're thieves. In a world that don't want us no more.
We are dreamers in an ever duller world of facts. Now, I'll give you that. But come on. Looks to be a nice head. Hosea knows a good fishing spot. Do we leave now? Well, we'll catch the early biters. Come on. Hey, old girl, come on down here. Why don't you show us this crick you've been pissing in? Hey, you don't look too rosy, old friend. I thought this warmer weather would...
My days are looking good along over Dutch.
Always green crushing and bubble bursting, you. Come on, Hosea. Let's go fishing.
Come on, then.
Arthur, what are you doing?
Girl. Why don't we just fish here? There's a whole lake of them.
Because I need to get out for a bit. Me and the old guard. Before any of them back there... Oh. There was us.
The curious couple and their unruly son.
It feels good here. You did well finding that spot, Arthur.
More Charles than me.
It's like I can breathe again, thick and soupy as this air is. Might even do your whistling pipes some good, Hosea.
I was once in this country with Bessie. Ah, feels like a lifetime ago.
It was a lifetime ago. But what a life we have lived, how well we have fought, especially both of you.
I hope so.
But now, when things are desperate, we have to stick with the plan. Make enough money, then find somewhere where nobody will find us. Where we don't have to hide.
Like where?
I got some ideas hatching, but I need you with me, not against me. Both of you.
Of course.
Still, we do need money. So keep a low profile, especially in the local town. After Valentine, I want everyone on best behavior here. No trouble. But start turning over the soil and the rocks. See what turns up.
Dutch, we've got to be discreet.
Imagine what a slew of rich simpletons there must be down here. Oh, this is perfect for you, Hosea. You'll be able to play them like a fiddle.
Nothing would give me greater pleasure, but
No buts. Not today. We fish and we enjoy the day. You seem a little distracted. Looks like law up ahead. Play it cool.
Slow it up.
hello, gentlemen.
Well, look what the cat drug in.
Well, look who it is.
Myself in a spot of bother.
Quiet back there.
Let's see if we can't... How are you, boys?
Fine.
This is quite some country you have here.
We like it well enough.
Hoagie McIntosh, at your service.
Lee Gray. This is my deputy Archibald McGregor.
It is good to meet you.
You a Scot?
Partly. The best part.
Of course.
Now, tell me, sir, what did the silly, fancy fop back there do? Nothing too terrible, I trust.
He was accused of running a gold mining investment scam.
Oh, no. I'm sure he wasn't. He is a magician. I know him. He's a fool, but he is not a bad fellow. Now, can we just...
I wouldn't do that if I were you.
Shit! The Anderson boys! I can't have more scandal!
Well, allow us to help, my friend. Arthur,
Chase wanted man.
and take Archibald with you.
Just what I signed up for. Come on.
Perhaps we can discuss the foolish magician.
Let's go after that train. And do not shoot them, you hear me? Come on, hurry.
All right.
Come on, we're losing them.
Will you relax? We're not losing them. I'm slipping.
Faster, come on. What's your name, sir?
Arthur Callahan.
Faster, Mr. Callahan, please. My neck is on the line here.
I get it. I'm doing my best. So what are these fellers wanted for? Looks like the son of a bitch is gonna make it. You sure I can't just shoot him?
No, did I not say that?
You've said plenty.
Come back to top! Look at you two fellas all cuddled up!
Ooh, that must have hurt. Leave them. Stay with that train. The train is slowing down to go through the station. Now's our chance. See if you can get alongside the train. Closer! Get us alongside it! Get alongside that flat carriage. You think you can jump on there?
Me? Why me?
Because you ride like my grandmother. Watch out, he's throwing bombs.
You cop bastard! I didn't do nothing! Arrest me now! That's enough! Damn it!
Come on! You stop them, I'll stop the train.
Where you gonna run to?
Come on, shitbag!
Bastard!
Damn bastard.
Get the hell away from me!
Have this. Gonna be dead. Get these ropes off. You're out.
All right, let's go.
You're only making it worse.
Run! Don't let them get away.
Just you and me now, pal.
I'm gonna ride ahead and stop the train. Stop. It's just us then, lawman. Come here.
Do we need to bother?
Let me go.
I can't do that.
Try at least. Just don't kill him.
Are you sure?
Sadly so. Watch yourself. He's as dirty as they come. Need some gin? Come on. I don't think I can open the door from the outside, unfortunately. Just subdue him and we'll take him in, all right?
Do it. Wasting my time.
Hello? Is everything all right in there?
Well, I don't think he's dead. I think I won the fight. Just about.
Captain, as it might be, do not kill him.
You better make the next one. Come on, hit me. Now what? Let's go. That had to hurt. I've had it with you.
Bring him out here.
Deputy,
Sounded like quite a commotion. Is that him?
I sincerely hope so.
Old Anders Anderson.
So what now?
Take him in, come on. A fine job, well done. And a pat on the back for me for stopping the train. Load Anders onto the back of your horse there, and we'll take him to Sheriff Gray. There you go. You are a natural. All right, let's take him in. Follow me.
What about the others?
Oh, we'll round them up. Anders back there is the brains of the operation, and that's really saying something.
You're the boss.
That was mighty impressive, sir. I have to admit. I'd hazard a guess you've served the law yourself at some point.
Well, I wouldn't exactly say that.
Are you familiar with the area here?
No, not really.
On your right here, these tobacco fields? This is part of Caliga Hall, big estate belonging to the Gray family.
Looks bone dry.
Yes, we are in dire need of some rain round here, let me tell you. The Grays have lived in Caliga Hall for generations. Fine people. My family's been working for them for years. Sheriff Gray's the one I know best, of course, but they own half the businesses in town.
Which town?
Rhodes, sir. You don't know it? Where we're headed right now. Ain't what it was before the war, but it has its charms. I'm sure you already know of the Braithwaites.
Like I said, just got down here.
Another big family in these parts. They have an estate west of here. Awful people, truly awful. They've been fighting with the Grays for as long as I can remember.
Sounds like quite the place you got here. Nice.
We're gonna bear left here. Here we are. Welcome to Rhodes. Up there on your left is the Rhodes Parlor House. Very reputable saloon owned by the Gray family. We also have a general store, gunsmith, post office, train station, of course.
What more do you need?
Very little. Oh, good, they're back. And that's your friend, right?
Yep.
Okay, we're gonna stop just ahead on the right, outside the sheriff's office. Can you grab Anders off your horse and carry him in for me?
Hey, fellas.
Come on, partner, before he wakes up. Okay, this way. Mr. Gray! We got him.
Very good. I told you Arthur would deliver. Man has a passion for justice.
That's wonderful.
So, about my friend here?
Your idiot friend is free to go. But no more trouble from you, partner.
I promise you, this was all just a big misunderstanding. However, I want to thank you from the bottom of my heart.
Now, I'll pretend to appreciate that. Mr. McIntosh, it has been a real pleasure. The mostly good citizens of Rhodes, we welcome you.
Well, we're just honored to be here.
And make your friend behave. We got enough trouble from some of the residents, old-timers who've gone, sadly, to seed and lost their dignity.
How terrible. Come along now. I will keep this fellow on the straight and narrow.
Come back and see us sometime soon. Excuse me, gentlemen. Bo, these better be ugly rumors. Is it true you were seen talking to that wretched Penelope Braithwaite?
I can't thank you enough.
Where have you been?
Around.
And where are you staying?
I'm renting a caravan on the edge of town behind the church. It's horrible, but no one comes looking. The whole town is trapped in this interminable feud between the two families. His lot, Gray's, and Braithwaite's.
Interesting.
Two old plantation houses, and falling out of rebel gold, and marrying cousins or not marrying.
Arthur, Jose, you start poking around. See what you can find out about that.
I have missed you, boys. I've heard about bounty.
Well, there's been a price on my head for 13 years. It'll take a month to find us down here, and it seems like we can have a little sport.
Well, they're good bounties.
Where you hear this?
Some fellas I met at a camp near the state line said there was talk of it in bars in the north and west for 500 miles. There was talk of super agents, or some such.
Super agents. I'd love to meet one. It's just talk.
I'm sure it is, but I couldn't not tell you.
Stay out of trouble.
Thank you, gentlemen.
Okay, so these two plantation families. Arthur, you start sniffing around the Gray's place, see what the story is there.
Yeah, I passed by it earlier with our friend, Archibald.
Good. Hosea, you see what you can find out about these Braithwaites.
All right. Thank you, Arthur.
Quite a fishing trip.
There's still time. I'm up for it.
How about you, Arthur? Or have you had enough of the chase for one day?
I'll need to relax someplace.
Fair enough. It looks like it's you and me, old man.
Let's go, girl.
Why is everything so blurry?
Hello, sir. Glad to have a new patron come through. Welcome, mister. First time to my shop?
Morning to you.
All right, then. Better be good. Done deal. You got a decent eye for these things by the looks of it.
Ain't nothing new.
Not bad, this. No questions asked. Ain't this special, huh?
Ain't no surprise to me no more.
Sure, I'll take another. Not bad, this. Hell, you really want to get rid of this? Give it here. You have a swell one now.
Good, my girl. Well done. That's good, girl. Hey there, mister.
Hi.
How you doing?
I'm all right.
That's the spirit. All the best.
Be seeing you.
Yeah. It's okay, girl. Ah, you good, girl? Real good. God damn it!
Anyone seen Gavin?
You all right, girl?
Okay, my girl.
Somebody help me! Cap? Cap? I've lost my friend! Somebody help me, please! Has anyone seen Gavin? I'm looking for Gavin. He's my best friend. I lost him. Someone must have seen an Englishman. Really funny it is.
Hey, out of the way! I'm on a tight schedule.
I'm looking for a friend. Gavin. Gavin. Where the hell are you?
Hold it. Let's do it right. Whoa. You all right, girl? Get up. Yeah. Ah, shit. Yep.
By a dog after it got blown off. So don't you blame me nothing but your goddamn war. Come on now, I ain't asking for much.
Hey, mister. Will you give me some money?
Read all about it. Read all about it.
Sure.
That bastard. Now to get my hands around
Thank you. Say,
Yeah?
say, where you from?
Around.
Ain't from around here. If I was you, I'd leave. This town lost its goddamn soul a long time ago. Nothing but nasty, miserable people.
Yeah?
Yeah, ever since them Grays moved here, they a bunch of no-good white trash. Yeah, they somehow got rich. About 50 years ago, they moved here, caused a whole heap of trouble. Yeah, I reckon they was Yankee spies during the war and everything.
That's so.
Yeah, sure.
Extra, read all about it.
Tina found herself a necklace in Jim's pocket the other day. Ruby the size of a fist.
Nope, say. Stay on my account, mister. I know I ain't the best company. I'm running out, Rose. Get right here.
Of course, of course. Oh, and here is my dear friend, Arthur Callahan. Boy is a hunter. Boy is a killer. Arthur, you've met but not been introduced to Mr. Oh, I'm so sorry, Sheriff Gray.
How are you doing, sir?
I'm fine.
Tough business you boys had.
We did?
Oh, there's no need to pretend with me, sir. Life can be tough.
So it can.
And no man owes another anything.
No, sir.
But still, I feel you were hard done by. Losing your employment like that. But still, here in Rhodes, we have work enough for honest men.
That's some strong stuff. Still, don't seem to be doing you any.
Arthur, you ride with the deputy. Bill and I will follow.
Climb on up. Let's go.
Archibald?
How are you?
Pretty good.
And your friend is behaving himself?
Oh, yes. I think he's learned his lesson.
Congratulations on becoming a temporarily deputized citizen of Scarlet Meadows County. Most towns just get bounty hunters to do their dirty work these days, but Sheriff Gray believes the law should keep the law. Now, I'm sure I don't need to remind you there's a chain of command here.
There is?
Dang straight there is. This is a dangerous business, but follow my lead and you'll be just fine.
Sure. Hey! Archibald wants to remind us he's in charge here.
Of course!
Who else would be?
You were a big help with them Anderson boys, and I put in a very good word with the sheriff on your behalf.
We appreciate that.
We rounded up the others soon after. I'm pushing for the rope myself, but that's by the by.
So, these moonshiners.
Not just any moonshiners, Braithwaites. I told you about the Braithwaites?
Pretty sure you did.
Old Cotton family had a fortune at one point until, well, a few changes in the labor laws. Now they're dealing in moonshine. We've found their stills hidden all over Lemoyne. Quick as we destroy one, another one pops up. You could call it a pitiful fall from grace, if they had any grace to start with.
I have no time for tax dodgers.
Not to mention the fact that Catherine Braithwaite has a rather expensive interest in thoroughbred horses to maintain.
But I heard something about it being gold these families were fighting over.
Well, that's the rumor. But the Grays and the Braithwaites think the others stole a fortune from them. But it happened so long ago, I don't know for sure if it's true.
Must be tough being rich, huh?
So I imagine.
That badge rather suits you, Mr. W.
Yes. I thought so too.
Does it feel good to be back at it? Serving your country?
I wouldn't go that far.
Whoa! Whoa! Hold up. You see that wagon? Dear me, that don't look good. Oh. Come on, mister. Keep your eyes open. No. This must have happened recently. Hey, come have a look at this. Deputy, get over here, please. Don't dwell on it. Let's just move on. Hey, you should see this. Deputy, get over here, please. Don't dwell on it. Let's just move on. Hey, you should see this. Look, suit and tie, one bullet clean through the forehead. Well, my money says this is the handiwork of a gang called the Lemoyne Raiders.
Yeah, I've run into them.
Let's see if we've got any identification. Okay, we should get going. I'll send someone over here later to clean this up.
Would you mind taking the reins? I want to have a look at these papers.
Sure.
I'll direct you. Okay. Frederick Mitchell, Lemoyne State Legislator. Poor feller. Yes, this certainly smacks of the Raiders to me. Bunch of ex-Army Free Staters without an ounce of respect for the law. That's 7 government officials they've murdered this year alone.
Yep. Not the nicest fellers in my experience.
Oh, and I know the Braithwaites are in business with them. No shame. Trash begets trash, my Uncle Reginald used to say. He had a few stories, let me tell you. Town preacher and town sheriff. Could drink a sailor under the table before breakfast. He had one tiny hand, like a child's, on the end of a grown man's arm. But anyway, this tells you what kind of people the Braithwaites are, selling moonshine to murderers. I tell folks don't even speak to him. Don't even look him in the eye.
I'm sure I wouldn't.
Go right at the crossroads. Bear right again here. Here we are. So what was I saying?
Something about the Braithwaites, I think.
Even saying that word makes me sick. Now, anyone we find here, we bring in alive, understood? Round them up, then take this operation down for good. Come on. Let's see what we're dealing with. See? What did I tell you, boys? What did I say? I said this place was crawling with vermin, and we just found ourselves the rat's nest par excellence, as they say in Paris. My aunt, she went to Paris back in '78.
How are we gonna handle this?
Well, the way I see
Actually, let my friend here decide. He doesn't have your fine way with words, but he is definitely the man for the job.
Let's split up. Arthur and Bill, me and Archibald. You boys want right or left?
We'll take the ride.
Let's stop these filthy, degenerate tax dodgers. The cheek of them.
A fine idea.
Hush.
Remember what he said. We need them alive. Let's just knock them out and then tie them up.
Got it, Deputy Williamson.
We won't catch the rider. Grab the other fella.
Think you take this one, Bill.
With pleasure. Anthony! Come here. Right. Let's gather them up.
I think that's it.
Well, what do we do now?
We better destroy all this. Any of your boys can handle explosives?
Sure. Anyone but him. So. That is the last time I'll mention it, I swear.
Please tell me you're almost done, Arthur.
Sure. Just a second.
That belongs to the Lemoyne Raiders, you sons of bitches! Arthur, we got some trouble here!
Where did these sons of bitches... from?
The Raiders make the ball!
All right, boys. We're putting you out of business.
Can't wait to hear you live. There's more coming up from those huts.
Shit! Come on, Bill! anymore. Do you?
No.
Let's find Dutch and get out of here.
Fine by me.
Are we getting out of here, then?
Forgive me, but me and my men must return to our lives. Ah. Seems like we failed to destroy the last of the moonshine.
Sure.
Would you like us to?
Well, I normally take it. For personal consumption, it's sort of part of the job. But I better get back home. Why don't I just take a jug or two and leave you boys the rest to show that there's no hard feelings on account of the war?
We are all Americans.
Of course. My cousin, Webster. He used to say some of us is not as American as others, if you know what I mean. Only I didn't quite. Come on, you degenerate, no-good, white trash, hillbilly piece of scum. I know you, Billy Lime.
Finally.
You've always been a piece of crap. Come on, move
We
it.
have a life on a land so stupid, a backwater so backwards that even we are like geniuses. Bill, get this stuff out of here. Come on, you ride with me.
Okay.
Should I stash this somewhere near camp, boss?
Yes, show it to Hosea. I'm sure he can find a use for it. Bit of trouble back there, Arthur?
Ain't there always? From what they was yelling, I think they were the buyers.
Old Archibald didn't ask too many questions, so neither should we.
I ain't planning to.
That was worth the effort, though. Deputized and hiding in plain sight. These lawmen, these two families. I mean, I really think we can play this from all sides. It's got Hosea written all over it.
This is starting to sound like the Young Dutch again.
What do you mean, young Dutch? I'm as strong as I have ever been. Hey, you know what? Why don't I race you back?
I would love to, Dutch, but I got some other business to attend to.
Oh, you do you? You know you'll never outrun me and the Count. Anyway, I'll see you later then. Stay out of trouble. Ha!
Easy, girl. You're okay.
That horse so is something.
It's okay. Easy now. You rest up now. You done good, girl. Yeah. Easy, easy. Okay there.
I need help me.
What the hell is wrong with
Please.
you? You sound like death.
I need medicine.
Damn. What happened to you?
You're just gonna watch me die. My insides is all cold. I can feel.
Whoa, easy. Good girl. Slow up now. It's all right, girl. Easy. Good, my girl. Yeah. Easy. Whoa. Yeah. Easy there. Good job. Yeah. There we go.
Hey, you ever broke?
Slow it up. Easy, easy. Hey, mister.
Hey.
What do you want, boy? This is private property. Interlopers are not...
This here the Gray plantation?
Yep.
Sheriff's orders. You wanted me to have a word with some folk on the property. I'm recently deputized, you see.
Deputized? And I suppose Lee was drunk when he did it? Look, you can come in, but you ain't talking with me.
Obliged.
What are you waiting for? The sheriff?
Huh.
Excuse me, friend.
We friends?
Not yet, but he is hoping.
I guess.
We don't get a lot of traveling men here, and suddenly there's a whole phalanx of mysterious but strangely helpful Yankees about the place.
Is there?
What are you doing here?
I was just looking for work.
Well, looking for something. Don't worry, your secret's safe with me.
What secret?
I got a secret of my own.
Are you secretly normal?
Excuse me?
Never mind.
The thing is, I don't care if you kill the whole lot of us, and the Braithwaites.
I don't want to kill anyone.
I love her, you know.
Love who?
Penelope. But it's impossible.
Well, love tends to be complicated.
She's a Braithwaite. I'm Bo Gray, son of Tavish Gray, nephew of Lee Gray, the sheriff, grandson of old Murdo Gray. We Grays have been loyal to the state and murderous to the Braithwaites for so long now, no one can even quite explain why. Beyond blind loyalty and stupidity, I'm supposed to be loyal to some nonsense while she's amazing. She's like a woman from the future. She's like tomorrow, if tomorrow turns out fine.
Well, I'm sorry for your predicament.
Would you help?
I don't want to get involved in gang feuds. Seems unseemly.
I'll pay. I've got money. We Grays, we've always got money. No brains, mind, but money.
Well, in that case...
I know she loves to sit out in the gazebo on the edge of the Braithwaite property. Take her this letter and this bracelet, please. Oh, look out for their guards. They're worse with strangers than ours are. So long, and good luck.
If you do me this kindness, sir, I shall not forget it.
Hey, you better follow that order, right?
Yeah, that's my girl. Giddy up. Yeah. Yep. Are you Penelope Braithwaite?
Well, yes, I am.
I've got a letter for you.
Oh.
And a gift.
A letter and a gift. Well, we don't even know each other.
Well, it's not from me. It's from,
From Bo. Oh,
He is so...
Strange?
Yes, he's a little strange, but also so human. The rest of our families are stuck in the Dark Ages, or, well, I don't know, cave people, perhaps. Bo's different, but if they find out, they'll kill him and send me to live someplace awful like Ohio. Have you ever been to Ohio, sir?
No.
Well, neither have I, but my uncle has a factory there. He was sort of the black sheep on account of having left, but now they tolerate him because he's a vicious snob. Families they're something else. You got a family, sir?
No, not really.
Well, they tolerate him because of the money. But me, with my ideas above my station, they can't stand.
That sounds pretty complicated. I don't know quite what to say.
Well, nothing to say, except I hope they all rot. I don't, well, maybe a bit. But here, if you see Bo again, will you give this to him?
Sure. Hey there, girl. Yeah. 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 Good girl. Yeah, there's a girl. Yeah. You good, girl? There, girl. Easy there, girl. All right, girl. Yep.
Evening, Arthur.
Hey there. So, you ain't bored of this place yet?
I guess not.
All things considered, it ain't that bad.
All right, Arthur.
Evening, Mr. Morgan.
And we just had ourselves a fun time.
You like the new camp, Reverend?
Oh, yes. We moved.
I posted that letter for you.
Thank you, Mr. Morgan.
Anytime. So you got a plan for that moonshine?
I'm working on it.
Okay.
Look, things are all gentle and calm now. But in the
Oh, Arthur, it is good to see you.
You okay, Maybeth?
Just great, but I nearly got killed back in town. They caught me robbing from a store and I ran for my life.
You weren't followed here.
Arthur Morgan, of course not. Who do you think you're speaking to?
Good girl.
I thought we'd be counting corpses in minutes. Only Javier here. Get this. Javier just gives one look. And the bastard turns to jelly.
You boys bring me?
Yeah, I want to live. One hothead is enough. Excuse me.
Oh, hey, Arthur. I left something for you by your tent. Just to say thanks for the harmonica.
Okay. Thank you.
That is an interesting choice of
That's all
outfit.
it takes.
Hey,
There she is. How are you doing?
I am fantastic.
Hi, Sean.
Hey, Arthur.
Hey, boy. Aww. What should we call him?
Well, he's a wanderer. He
Mr.
probably
Morgan.
did something bad.
Mr. Morgan.
Mr. Pearson?
Quite a country. Quite a country. You know, sometimes I'm glad I left the Navy. Too many men. Too many men. This world, far more genteel, huh?
I never figured running in a bunch of outlaws would be the genteel option.
Well, I've seen things, sir. I've seen terrible things.
Mr. Morgan.
So, you gonna let him keep it?
The boy needs something, after all he's been through.
Sure. Anyway, I won't disturb you.
Okay.